Okay, so I came up with another idea that might be super useful. Calculations, how to do calculations in your spreadsheet. So the last tab that we were in could be super helpful in this regard. And I'm actually going to use this slider bar in the bottom. Actually, let me move my picture out of the way. I'll move it up to the top here so you can see what I mean. There's a slider bar here in the lower right corner. So I can kind of make this a little bit bigger for you. You can see what I'm typing. Okay, so okay, well it actually just makes the cells bigger. Oh, but that's all right. Okay, so um let's say we want to make some calculations, like how much money are we spending? Um, let's just copy this name list. So I'm gonna double click, drag, Control C to copy. I'm gonna Control V to paste here. And I'm gonna get rid of this hyperlink by double clicking quickly on this box name, clicking hyperlink, and I'm gonna remove this by pressing the delete key. And click apply just to remove that. Oh, didn't go away. That's okay. Let's see if I right click here. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Hmm. Hey, well, okay, something fishy's going on there. I'm just going to delete the whole thing and type it again. That was really weird. Sometimes you do get some little glitchy errors with OpenOffice. I don't know why. Um, I think it works pretty well on Windows. Linux, I usually use LibreOffice, but yeah, just watch out. Sometimes you do get some little glitches like that, but it's still totally worth it because it's free. Okay, and let me know if you have any glitches in the comments. Please like and subscribe, by the way. I think I've said that enough for today, but yeah. So let's just say we're making a chart of who's all bringing what food and how much they spent or whatever. Let's add our same borders that we added before by drag clicking and then selecting the borders tool at the top. Let's make some just quick columns. The food that they're bringing, I don't know. Number of servings, I have no idea. Like, as a good example. And then, let's see the cost. Let's say cost per serving. There we go. And then that would be a total. How about that? So we'll be doing some multiplying. Super simple. So Beverly is gonna bring potato salad, and Judy is bringing cookies, and Jim is bringing beer, of course, and Bones is gonna bring fruit because he's a doctor. Spock is gonna bring. What would Spock bring to eat at a party? He's a vegetarian, so he would bring. I don't know. Something random. Fried okra. Who knows? All right. And Spock is super busy. He doesn't have a lot of time, so he could only make enough fried okra for like I don't know 5 people. Bones, he's bringing tons of fruit, and Jim is bringing like a keg. So like I don't know, 20 servings. Why did I even do it like this? Okay, Judy made the cookies by hand, and she's a very small petite lady. So she made just some little tiny, teeny tiny cookies, right? So only like four people, right? Four servings of cookies. Who does it? That's kind of cruel, actually, Judy. I'm not sure I like that. Beverly, she's bringing like a bucket of potato salad. So, like, let's just give it a totally like random number. All right, so serves 8. Cost per serving, potato salad. Let's say it's like $2. The cookies, all the ingredients and everything that it comes out to. Um, I don't know. Let's say like $3 per serving. The beers are kind of pricey these days, so let's say it's like $4 for one serving of beer. And then Bones with the fruit, he got like all the out of season, organic, local grown fruit, so it's gonna be like $7. And then Spock with the fried okra, uh let's say he went shopping with Bones at the farmer's market, so he bought like the artisanal okra and then he fried it in like MCT oil or something. So let's say like $9 per serving, right? So now we want to see what's the total. Thank you for bearing with me while I have fun with that too. So we want to create here what is called a formula, right? And then down at the bottom here, we also want to see like total servings of everything. I mean, not that we really find that helpful, but just so that we can create a formula for here too. And let's want to make this a little bigger. And then we want to see a total cost here too. So we want to see like a grand total here, right? So let's say grand total in this cell, right? The adjacent cell. So we'll do the easy one first. So here we'll do a sum, what's called a sum function. So there is a way to select from, I believe from these menus how to do it, but I just do it by hand. So you can click into the cell by double clicking, and now you see the cursor is flashing inside the cell. That means you're like ready to type in there. Or you can also select the cell, so it's highlighted the active cell that you're working with, and then you go up to this little formula bar. This is called your, oh, it says input line. I apologize. I see a little tooltip popping up there. This is input line. It's not showing on your screen or on my screen, but that's okay. So you can also type in the formula bar / input line. So I've clicked in there, and now I see my cursor is flashing in there. I'm not sure if it's showing up on your screen or not, but it's also showing you the cell number here, D9. And so now I can type either way, it doesn't matter. So I'll start typing sum, S-U-M. In mathematics, a sum, right? Two numbers. So, oh, I made a mistake. Don't do what I did. Sorry about that. First, you type the equal sign. That tells OpenOffice that a formula is coming at you, OpenOffice. You about to get served a formula for calculating servings. So you type in equal sign to start, initialize or whatever, start your formula. Then you type SUM because it's an addition formula, right? Now, what are we summing? We're summing all of these cells here, all these. So we want to give OpenOffice a range of the cells that we're gonna sum up. So we're gonna do from, if we look across here to the left and look up at the top, we're gonna go from D3. This is D3, kind of like Battleship. Look across and down from the top. This is cell D3. And so we want to start OpenOffice. Hey, you want to start taking the sum at D3 and you want to end at D7 here. So look across here. The last one is Spock D7. So what you need is parentheses. If you want to tell OpenOffice sum of, and then you type your open parentheses, D7, I'm sorry, D3, and then you put a little colon through, actually OpenOffice is not a colon, it's a semicolon, sum of D3 through D7. And then you want to close your parentheses. And then you hit enter and it should calculate it. If I've typed it correctly, booyakasha, I did it. So, wait, that's not right. Why is it only 13? Let's see if I double click. Ah, no, it's summing up D3 and D7. So that's not exactly what we want. But we're closer. We're getting closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit escape. And then I'm going to hit undo, this little curly button here, like that. And then I'm going to click in again, and I'm going to show you another way, which is a little bit more foolproof, frankly. You start typing the equal sign to start the formula going. You type in SUM for sum. You type your open parentheses, get it going. Now, instead of typing in manually the cell numbers to do the range, you just click the range of cells. So I'm going to click with my mouse, which in my case is a double tap on my trackpad. And then I'm going to continue dragging down, dragging down, dragging down. Oh, it was colon. Now see, OpenOffice is helpfully giving me the formula. It was not a semicolon, it was a colon, actually. And I've dragged all the cells, the cell range, or the range of cells that I would like to see tabulated in this function, in this calculation. So now I'm going to release my mouse button, and you see the cursor is still flashing here inside the cell, so I can still type there. So I'm going to do Shift 0 for my closing parentheses. So now I've typed my closing parentheses, and that's it. Now I would press enter. There we go. That's much better. So now we have our total servings. It's calculating cells in this range, D3 through D7. If you want to verify that, you can double click inside the cell. If I double tap inside this total, this summing cell, it's going to show me the formula. It's going to reveal the formula. It also, if I press escape again, you can also see the formula just by clicking on this cell up here in the formula bar, or the input line, I should call it. You can see that here, right? You can also edit by clicking in the input line / formula bar as well. So I'm going to hit escape again because I don't want to edit anything in there. So we're done there. We're done, right? No, we're not done. We got to reimburse everybody for this party, right? So we want to get the cost. Oh, the other thing for the cost here column, this is to what? 3 what? 4 what? US dollars, right? So we want to click, drag, and highlight all of these. And then, you know what? Maybe we should click, drag here too, because this is also going to be US dollars or the currency of your choice, my friends on the internet. You want to then do your cell formatting like we learned before. So you want to right click and select format cells, and then select your number. Here's where you select your number. So it's going to be currency this time because it's money we're dealing with. We would like to have decimal places. Yes, we like decimal places. Why not? So I'm going to select this first one here because I don't really like when it's red for negative numbers. I prefer not red. It's just me. And then, yep, just press OK. And boom, little dollar signs appear and your decimal place appear. Great, now we are moving like gangbusters. So now we need a formula in order to get this total cost. Let me add the word total. cost. We want to multiply the serving by the cost per serving. So how do we start the formula again? Do you remember how we started it? We type an equal sign. So I'm going to type equal sign to get things going. And then instead of typing in sum, I am going to I'm going to click on the cell that I would like to multiply. So the first one is D3. I'm just clicking that cell. And now you see the cursor is still flashing in the formula cell that we're actually working on. So I'm still able to type in this cell. So I'm going to do Shift 8, which is a little asterisk, which in OpenOffice is a multiplier sign, multiplication symbol. So now I'm multiplying cell D3 times. So far I got nothing. I'm going to now click on the other cell that I like to multiply by, which is this cost. And it's selected column E3 for me, and it's inputted into this formula for me. So now if I hit enter, I will see the product there. I'm gonna hit enter, and bam, I have my extended cost of $16, right? So now, do I want to type that for all these other cells? No, nobody got time for that. I'm going to click this cell here. I'm either going to go to edit and hit copy, or I'm just going to press on my keyboard Control C. I like the keyboard commands. It saves you so much time and saves your wrist all that mouse action too. It really helps if you just know the keyboard commands. So Control C, Control V, Control X, they're all your friends. So I'm going to Control C, then I'm going to come down to this cell and I'm going to press Control V, right? Because I'm a creature of habit. Then look what happens. It just fills in for me. It applies this formula. I didn't copy the 16. I copied D3 times E4 times E3. And OpenOffice is so smart that it knows that it should apply this formula to D4 and E4 for line 4, row 4. Now, I don't want to do Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, for hundreds of entries. So what I will do is drag select, and I've selected my whole range of cells that I would like this formula to apply to, and I'll press Control V. And it's glorious. It's glorious. Now we want to total up all this money here because we got to get these folks reimbursed. They are just, they're still paying back their student loans from Starfleet, Academy. It's terrible. They need money, right? So how are we going to total up this column? Remember we did that earlier for this column. Applying what you just learned with as far as copy pasting formulas. We already have a formula here, right? Now remember, if I click on this cell, where can I view the formula? Up here in the formula bar, or AKA the input line. So I have this formula already for a sum. And I'm on the active cell here. Remember, if I press copy here, Control C, I'm not copying the number 47. I'm copying the sum of the range of D3 through D7. So I'm copying this range. I'm going to press on my keyboard Control C. Then I'm going to fly over here to column F, and let's just see what happens if let's just try it. Let's just see. Let's say, hey, let our hair down, and Control V. Wow, look what happened, right? But that number doesn't look quite right to me. Let us click on this and see. It is giving us F4 through F8, right? Because see how we're one line below and this line was one line higher than us? So if we click in here and double tap in this first summing, you can see this blue line outlining the range of cells that are being added up. Now, if I press escape, and I do the same quick double click inside F10 for our grand total, you can see it is smart, but it ain't that smart. OpenOffice. So it's applying this formula to the same range of cells in an adjoining, in a column, nearby column, but we don't want that same range of cells. We want a little bit higher than where we are because we're one line drop down below this one. So that's fine, easy to adjust. You see how it's turning into a little hand when I hover there? So I'll just move the little hand up a bit. Just so what I did is I double click to drag it. So I'm just clicking and dragging. So when it turns into a hand, I can grab this blue frame and I can pull it up like that. You can also, when it turns into a little crosshair, you can also click and drag to include more cells, a greater range of cells. We don't need that in this case, but it's great to know that it's there. Now, we're still actively inside. If you see this cursor flashing, our cursor is actually still inside this formula. Even though we're manipulating things with the mouse, it's good to remember you're still inside this formula. And anything you do that you mess up, just click escape and you can do it again. You always have Control Z or this little curly undo button. That's also your friend. So now we're still inside this formula. I'm going to press enter to kind of not save my changes, but just register all the changes and move down to the next cell. So I'm going to press enter. There we go. That looks better, right? So now we have our grand total there. So that's the basics of spreadsheets and doing calculations, adding formulas, and manipulating your cells and all that stuff in the spreadsheet. I hope that's been wonderfully helpful to you OpenOffice beginners out there. And please like and subscribe. Let me know if this was helpful for you, and share it with your friends, and do something new with it, learn how to use it, play with it, and just have fun downloading, installing, and playing with OpenOffice. You can again get this at openoffice.org. So please like and subscribe. Let me know what other kind of things you would like to see in the channel. And I can go deeper on a lot of these different topics. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.